Welcome back to my channel. Mary here at The Good Life with M, coming at you with a new video. This is something slightly different from the last recipe video that I posted. It is a voiceover, so I feel like it might be quick, to the point, and hopefully it's easy for you guys to follow along. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Anyway, this is a recipe that my grandparents introduced to us as kids. My cousins, my brother and I would go to my grandparents' house every week to be watched, you know, when our parents were at work. And most of the time I just remember that they would be cooking us a lot of simple recipes. Filipino scrambled egg was one of them, and what makes it Filipino is the tomato and onion. Most of you will have these basic ingredients at home: oil or butter, salt and pepper, and then of course tomatoes and onions, and possibly garlic. If you want to add garlic, go ahead and do so. I do it. A lot of people don't, especially if you don't like it, go ahead and omit it. But this is such a garlic loving household that if you will see in future videos, any recipe vids, especially for dinner, maybe even lunchtime, I add garlic to almost every dish. So that's how much we love it.
Hey friends, let's go ahead and grab our 6 eggs and whisk that away just like so. So we will take our ingredients, set that aside, our chopped garlic, chopped onion, chopped tomatoes, and butter, and we'll take a non-stick pan and put it up on the stove and heat that up to low. And then while that's heating up, I will go ahead and grab my ingredients. I'll add my butter. You can use 1 tablespoon, although I added 2 tablespoons because I like butter, and a little bit more butter won't hurt anybody. So I'll go ahead and stir that around in the pan, let that heat down just a little bit. It doesn't have to heat down all the way before I grab and add my other ingredients. So at this point, I will go ahead and grab about 1/2 teaspoon of garlic, chopped garlic. Add that in. You can skip this part if you don't like it, but we're such a garlic heavy household that I add it in almost every dish. And now you're going to add the onions and tomatoes. These are such staples in the Filipino scrambled egg that if you didn't add it, it wouldn't make it Filipino at all. I don't know why, but that's just the way it is. Okay, so we'll let that go ahead and cook just a bit. Now I'll stir that around, and at this point I'll probably want to turn up the heat a little bit, maybe up to medium, and let that cook a little bit faster. And so you're going to want to stir this around for maybe about 5 minutes or so. You'll know that it's starting to cook well because the tomatoes will cook down a little bit. You'll see a little bit of water in the pan, and the onions will have kind of a translucent color to them. So while that's in the pan simmering, I will go ahead and grab my whisked eggs, and then I will stir that around in the pan a little bit more. Apparently, I'll add my whisked eggs, and then I'll turn down the heat to low, and I will try to scrape every last bit of egg into the pan because I don't like to waste anything. So the reason why we're cooking this on low is because we don't want it to burn or overcook the eggs. And so I will go ahead and stir and scrape continuously for about 3 to 5 minutes as well. And I'll just fold the onions and tomatoes into the egg nicely, and we'll just go ahead and keep stirring and scraping until it gets somewhat stiff. I still like a runny egg, but you know, if you want to cook a little bit more, you can go ahead and leave the heat on a little bit further and just continue to stir. But about this point, we will turn off the heat, and the residual heat will go ahead and cook the eggs a little further, and it'll still kind of remain in its runny state. And then I'll just scrape a little bit off from the sides. And then that's looking good. And I'll go ahead and grab my salt and pepper to taste. I'm using pink Himalayan salt here, and I usually use sea salt, but this is what I had on hand. And then I'll take my ground pepper and I'll sprinkle that on top. Usually I use fresh cracked pepper because I feel like it tastes better, but again, this is what I had on hand, and it should look like that. Now here it is up close. You can see it's still a little runny. And then at this point, I'll serve with jasmine rice, just like so. All right, so hope you try this dish and enjoy it.
Hey you guys, I hope that was easy for you all to follow along. If you do try this recipe, let me know in the comments what you think. Tag me on Instagram, direct message me, whatever it may be, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell once you subscribe so that you're updated for any new and upcoming videos. And I will see you here every Sunday. Bye.